Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. Any position works. You can be lying down if you need to. You can even be sitting in a chair. Just find what works for you. You really just want to find a spot that's comfortable, where you don't feel the need to adjust and move around during the meditation practice. This is also an open eye meditation practice. We don't close our eyes here. Although if you have learned to practice with your eyes closed and you feel more comfortable doing so, go ahead. There are no hindrances here. But if your eyes are open, go ahead and just leave the screen alone and just drop them gently down the floor or the desk or wherever it is that is below you. We're not staring or analyzing anything, but we're also not blurry and buzzy. We just have a nice, light, clear gaze directed downward. You're in a nice, comfortable seated position, and your eyes are open and down. Just settle in here. You are here. Let go of your expectations. Let go of the plans. Leave the to-do list alone. And don't panic. You can pick all this up later. But for now, just be here. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. And no one to become. Let your body relax. Allow your nervous system to relax. And just be here. Nothing special. And you'll notice that the mind doesn't really know how to be here. It keeps thinking about stuff. It doesn't like uncertainty, so it plans, remembers videos that it watched, regurgitating that argument that you had earlier. But we're not here to shut the mind off. In fact, we're here to do the opposite. We allow it to run in the same way we allow our heartbeat to beat. We just don't get involved. So instead of paying attention to thoughts, bring your attention to the breath. And a very easy place to notice the breath is in the lower belly, below the belly button. Bring your attention here. And watch how, when the breath comes in, this area expands. And as the breath leaves, this area below the belly button relaxes all by itself. Stay here with the breath instead of following thoughts. And do this as effortlessly as you can. And I'm probably catching you thinking again, losing the attention on breathing. This isn't a failure. This is the practice. When this happens, when you find yourself lost in some thought, just return to the breath in the lower belly. And do this for no reason at all. Just remain with breathing, rising and falling. Come back. Come back to breathing. And I'm probably catching you thinking again. You're worried about something, remembering, whatever. But instead of returning to the breath here, inquire this: what gets lost in thought and then returns to the breath? What is it that sits here in meditation? In the same way you found the breath in the lower belly, find the one who's looking. Look for the looker. What are you? Can you find it? Or is it just an illusion? What do you discover? Leave it alone. What are these thoughts talking to? Are there two of you? The thinker and the seer of thoughts? Look carefully. Use the attention. Look carefully. right, you can look at the screen. Have you ever met one of those people who can't deal without a plan? They live their life in a perpetual state of frustration. Because unless everything goes perfectly according to plan, they're unhappy. Now, maybe this might be you. Really, we're all a little bit like this. When there's any sense of uncertainty, any sense of, I don't know what's going to happen next. What if this? What if that? We panic. We don't need to. It's important to remember that what you are sitting here is free from the future. Because the future is an idea that you have in your head. And don't get me wrong, it's very important to plan, it's important to have goals. But if you live your life always thinking and worrying and trying to make the future the way you want it to, then you miss the whole point of life, which is this moment. And the more you practice meditation, the more you open your mind to the centerlessness of experience, the less you need for things to go according to plan. It's an attitude that in Taoism, there's an old story from ancient Chinese Taoism. And you may have heard it, but it's a story of a man who one day, he's a farmer. It's the story of the farmer, and his horses ran away. And the village people came around him, and his friends were like, "Oh my goodness, such bad luck. I'm so sorry, that's horrible." And the man says, "Maybe." Then the horses come back and bring back even more stallions, twice as many horses as he had before. And the village people come around him and say, "Wow, what great luck. You got all these new horses. You can get so much work done. You can sell them off." And he says, "Maybe." Then his son tries to break one of these new horses that came by, these new stallions, and he fell off and broke his leg. Now the man was out a worker. A lot of labor lost. And so the village people come by and say, "Man, that is such horrible news that your son can't work anymore. What are you going to do? It's such a horrible situation." And the farmer says, "Maybe." And the following day, the military comes through his town, taking up all able-bodied males to subscribe them for subscription into military service to go to war. And they denied his son because his leg was broken. And again, the village people came by and were like, "Wow, what fortunate luck. How amazing." And the farmer, of course, replies, "Maybe." Now, this is a story to portray an attitude that one can have towards life, one that is free from the incessant worry of the future, an accepting one that is clear about what this moment always is. And as my teacher's teacher would always say, a good situation is a bad situation, and a bad situation is a good situation. We just don't know. So let go. Rest here in this moment. Allow life to happen. Then you'll notice you start to flower in this life in a very beautiful way. As long as you wake up from thinking, wake up from this mind that is causing you trouble. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for showing up for your life. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow.